So let's talk about some production mistakes you could be making. You're not getting good feedback, you're sending beats out to artists, you're not getting no replies, or simply not sounding as good as your favourite beats or producers. We'll cover these mistakes to avoid. Also give you some tips and pointers that will help you to be a much better producer and be the best at what you do. What's going on, it's Casey, welcome back to my channel. So the first one I'll talk about is sound selection, overproducing. The sounds that you've selected are not the highest quality, which is making your beats lack. Putting too many sounds in, forgetting that the artist is an actual instrument, the voice is an instrument, so you need to leave space in the beat for the artist to do their thing. I've done it, I still do it sometimes today. I like melodies, I like sounds, I like to put little intricate parts in my beats, and sometimes I fill it up and don't leave space for an artist. You're clashing your chords and your melodies, they don't fit, they're not in the same key. So how do we get around this? If you're overproducing, use less sounds. Listen to your favorite beats, your favorite artists and producers and how their music sounds, how many sounds are they using. By doing this, it's going to teach you sound selection, structure and space for an artist. If your chords are clashing, your melodies clashing, learn a bit of theory, learn the basics. You don't have to go too deep, you don't have to be a Mozart, you don't have to be classically trained. If that's what you want to do, go for it. But just understanding the basics will definitely help you into understanding keys, scales and how to fit your melodies with your chords and harmonies. Use high quality sounds. If your sounds are lacking, they're not sounding the same or as good as you hear on the radio or Spotify, and simply just make more beats. The more you practice, the better you're gonna get. The second thing that's holding you back So the second mistake that you're making is your mixes ain't really cutting it. You might not want to be a mix engineer, it's not for everyone. If you can get your mixes to a decent quality when you're sending them to artists, or you're putting them on SoundCloud, or you're putting them on Instagram for people to listen to and attract new clients and artists to work with, collab with, having a decent mix will help. This isn't to say that they're going to hear it and think, oh, that snare's too loud, you could have EQ'd it a bit better. By understanding how to mix and getting your levels right and avoiding clipping or distortion, unwanted clipping and distortion, then getting your mixes to sound good is definitely gonna help you. What can you do to make yourself a better mixer? Go on YouTube, watch some of my videos, watch some of other mix engineers videos, online courses, whatever it is that you're comfortable with doing and it's easy for you, then do that. It's all about investing in yourself, it's all about progression and just doing things in your own time. Don't worry about anyone else and how much progress they're making, just focus on you. There's a little nugget there. So the third beginner mistake is shiny gear syndrome. I'm guilty, I've been there, I understand it. You're thinking to yourself, if I just get that one more plugin, if I just get that one plugin, that's gonna take me to the next level. I understand it, I get it, I've been there. I still do it today sometimes, looking at plugins thinking, yeah, I know if I get that plugin it's gonna help my mixes, and there are plugins and instruments, VSTs that will help you achieve that, but at the same time, use what you've got, learn it, hone your skills on that, and then move on once you've outgrown it, or you feel like you're ready for something new. The same with drum packs and MIDI packs. How many do you need? How many snares do you need? How many drums do you need? And don't get me wrong, it's nice to have a selection, but as a beginner, you can get carried away with having too many. Your hard drive's full, you don't know what snare is your favorite, you don't know which kick is your favorite, like what's your sound? And by narrowing it down, this is gonna help you to choose the right sounds when it comes to, you need a kick that knocks, you need a kick that thumps, or a snare that's crispy. Once you've got like a smaller collection, it forces you to be creative in what you've got rather than having too much choice. My advice is just to narrow down. Maybe as you get bored, or you're trying a different genre, or you just want a different sound, and just draw for your collection and go from there. The same with VSTs and instruments. We've got too many, you haven't got no favorites, you're not sure which ones to use for that particular beat, and that can stop you from actually creating a beat and finishing it, which is another thing to avoid. Unfinished beats. Like, how many beats have you made that you started and you haven't finished? Like I've said already, I've been there, I understand it. Once I started finishing beats, putting them up, getting them out there, things changed. So with your VST and your synths, don't be afraid to make a sound from scratch. Presets, hit a preset, tweak it, see what the functions are doing, what the modes are doing, what the sliders are doing, the knobs, and that way you can learn and understand tools that you've got already. Knuckle down on the synths you've got, the compressors, the whatever plugins you've got that you use to make your beats. Learn them and you will see a difference in your productions. So one of the biggest things that's helped me the most is when I stopped chasing the notion of perfection. For me, consistency will help you more than perfection. And I see a lot of people, artists, producers, struggle with this, thinking that it has to be perfect. I get it, I understand. You want it to be perfect, you want it to be the best that it can. You're putting your stuff out there because it's what people are going to judge you on. But at the same time, don't let it stop you from putting your work out there. I've seen it too many times where artists or producers, they're just sitting on amazing work just because in their mind it's not perfect, when to a listener it is perfect. So yeah, just get your stuff out there. If you need help with your mixes, check out my playlist. Thanks for watching, peeps. See you in the next video.